All right. Get this going a little bit. Wow. There we go. And there we go. All right. Admiral is washed. Waste of time. Hey, what's going on, CP the Doc? How you doing today, man? It's even worse than Amethyst Ralph Sampson. I know. I can't believe how bad this card is, man. It's crazy. Only has like 35 Hall of Fame badges. Yeah, literally, this card is going to be a god. So, I don't know. People are complaining. Give me Gold Mobamba. I mean, to be fair, Gold Mobamba is like the best card in the game. That's a little unfair to make that comparison. What's going on? We got the Doc, Reaper, Sam, Austin, Gavin. Appreciate you guys coming through. It's a weird time for me to stream, I know, but had unexpected shit in the morning. Leonardo, what's going on? Doesn't have 99 everything. I know. Hard's a waste of time, man. I can't even believe people would consider using him. Alright, so we're going to use Killian. We're going to go Gold Mobamba. And JJ Barea. Really just needs Green Machine and Flexible. I don't think he needs either of those. Green Machine is kind of overrated. I'm pretty excited just to see how the card is. Less than 50 Hall of Fame badges in March. Count me out. I know, right? God, I bet he's not even as good as Pau Gasol. Who obviously isn't updated yet either. God. The complaints people have, man. Some people's kids. Let me make sure. Got. He's only the best opal in the game, so waste of time. Agreed. Agreed. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing, man? There we go. Now, I know I had voice mod working. One sec. I gotta change the scene here for one sec. I understand Flexible, though. On next gen, Flexible isn't as good. NBA 2K21 update. I would have thought that would have happened. Oof. How with the 4, biceps at the 5. Screw that, man. Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld for sure. That Vault card looks like a card SP would use, but who knows if he'll ever get him. We'll have to see. Kermit Washington, I'm kind of surprised that he's actually in the game, to be honest. I mean, is it in bad taste if I make a lineup that has Kermit and Rudy Tomjanovich in it? People gonna get offended at that? Random SB stream out of nowhere? Yes, sir. My bad, bro, for not being able to make it to streams. I have school now? Dude, no worries. Literally, 100% prioritize your school over me. Every single time, man. I'm on current, so flexible is everything. Flexible does matter on current, for sure. I gotta not take running shots. I'm just not CP the Doc, man. I just can't. I'm not efficient with the triple threat offline grind. I gotta figure this stuff out. Crazy how many people are disappointed that he wasn't upgraded to Dark Matter. The card is still the best center, best big man available in the game. So, I'm not too worried about it. Hey, Green. Be here more often on spring break, bro? No, dude, no worries, man. No worries at all. I'm about to get West today? Nice, man. Wes Unseld, I'm hoping maybe I can get a little bit of a late night grind in for him tonight and get a little closer. CP dribbles up the court and greens a 3 and does it consistently. I know, man. Trust me. I've seen him do it 1,000 times. I've just got to be better at it. I got to get used to it. Honestly, I like don't know how to use my players offline anymore. I've been playing so much online when I'm actually playing now that it's crazy. They finally gave D-Rob good sigs. Yeah, he was known as a dribble god when he was playing on the Spurs. He was really like a point center who, if anything, I'd say David Robinson more than anything was known for his ankle breakers. Doc had Peja before season 5 was launched. He's different. I mean, to be fair, like I can't believe how quickly he got Peja. That was crazy. That's a strat. Just dribble up and hit a 3 every time. Defense, who needs that? Exactly, man. It's like real basketball. That's how you know this is a sim. Just let me get up to there, and then we'll shoot, and then see what happens. Remember seeing him at Rucker Park playing like Iverson. Fun fact, actually, David Robinson was the inspiration for Allen Iverson to learn the double crossover. Finally shoot so much more greens with no shot meter. No shot meter is definitely the way to go. What's going on, James? How you doing? Bobbin, people saying D-Rob sucks because he doesn't have Hall deep and Curry slide. For people that don't Curry slide every play, it's not a big deal. D-Rob taught Curry the Curry slide? That's true. That's true. Legend has it. Want to pick up that rebound, sir? My goodness. David Robinson got inspired by Don Ole. That's more of a myth than like a proven fact, but for sure. Doc he might be better than Dark Matters. Oh yeah, Doc's being sarcastic. He knows that the card's actually good. I think D-Rob is a big W. Yes, this D-Rob card is going to be incredible. I can't wait to try him. D-Rob taught God, Sham God, the Sham God. True. There we go. D-Rob is one of my favorite players of all time. Yep, he's incredible, man. The Admiral was a hell of a guy. The only knock on him is that maybe he was too nice of a player. It was very rare for him to actually like get into it with guys and take things personally and really like attack them, and you know it's weird to say that the biggest flaw in David Robinson's game was his personality. He's just such a good dude. And like even when Moses Malone butchered him in the playoffs, he was like, yeah, you know, like sorry, not Moses Malone, Hakeem. When he played Hakeem in the playoffs, and he was like, yeah, Hakeem's just, he played basketball as well as I think anybody could. He's definitely like a gentle giant. What a monster, though. What a huge human being. 7'1", lefty, soft hands, great footwork. Like, if you were going to build a basketball player in a lab, D-Rob would be one of the first guys you would try to, like, replicate. That was a really good way to start this game out. Didn't D-Rob get a quad double? Yes, exactly. Mr. Biceps, yeah. It's funny that Caldy started that whole thing. Imagine a Navy full of biceps. Shit, man. Imagine a basketball team full of biceps. The guy was built like an action star. Like if he was in Predator, you'd be like, all right, enough. U.S. Navy would be even higher in the S tier. Yep. Exactly. If anything, that was the Navy's biggest loss of all time was losing David Robinson to the NBA. Man, voice mod is pissing me off right now. There we go. Okay. Sound quality should be better as of right now, because I actually got the equalizer to work. Voice mod's been really annoying. They updated it, and now it's... Moab. Okay. Yep. That's also a different acronym that people shouldn't look up. Oh, man. It is. It is. It is. I can't tell if you know or don't know now. Never heard of it? Okay. Yeah, Moab also stands for mouth on ass and balls. And it is a description of an intimate act. I'm sure you can guess what it is. I don't know what Navy you're a part of, but I'm not in it. I think D-Rob is. Also, what's going on, Ernie? How you doing today, man? Man, I am struggling to green. It's so weird, the difference in the releases between online and offline. I'm disappointed in myself that I knew that acronym. Yep. Yep. I don't feel great about it. That makes the joke even funnier. True. True. It is, yeah. When you said Moab, I was like, oh, holy shit. All right. Anyone use Juan Carlos? I have not yet, but I'm very tempted to try him out. Card looks really fun. All right. Gonna start going a little faster. Canceled my vacation. You better not have done it just for 2K reasons, Pietro. Carter, 2K sucks. They still have not replied to my email because I sold my Luca 2 weeks ago and did not get my MT, and they have not replied. Yep. I mean, did you put in a support ticket or just email them? You'd have to put in a support ticket for that. How's everything though? Good, man. Can't complain. God, I hate coffee. Ugh, fuck, I really hate coffee. But if I don't have it, I fall asleep. Support ticket? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'll get back to you, but that definitely sucks. Time and consumables. All right, let's rip that bad boy open. Is it possible to get D-Rob now? I don't think it's possible. Used to drop Moabs all the time on Modern Warfare 3. Okay, that's not a horrible shoe, but it's kind of bad. I hate that it's the only shoe that's 4+3s and 1+2. Like the 3 point is +2. But whatever. You ready for Friday? I'm ready-ish. We got 3 rings. Probably gonna need something to do while I get through Thor. Hey man, I'm working from 5 to 10, 10:30. I swapped shifts with one of the youngins at work. Always go to 2KDB to see the possible XP. They update it every morning. Yeah, I think they added a little bit today. Everyone is saying it's Opal Curry Friday. It could be Opal Curry Friday. It could also be Pippin, which would be amazing. Um, we got to figure out what free card we're getting. It's crazy how many free cards we've got. Ring ring. Um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to still getting Pau Gasol. Sucks, man. I couldn't get a Hall of Fame badge last weekend. I won a decent number of games and I never saw it. But that's just on me. I just got to play more. RNG happens. Opal Pippin, Opal Clyde, and PD Ben Wallace. Yep, that's what it's looking like. I think Modern will be a free Diamond Tyler Hero. My only thing with that is Tyler Hero popular enough to put him in like packs, like have him be pullable? I think he might be. I feel like Tyler Hero is more popular than like Donovan Mitchell and other guys like that. Screw you, LaMelo. Ash. Tyler Hero is. I think he's popular enough that people might open packs for him. And that Amethyst card was good enough that I feel like the Diamond Tyler Hero is going to be nice. Going to have a lot of shooting badges. I wonder if they give him any playmaking stuff. Because obviously he's not like he's not like all NBA talent or whatever. But one thing I really like about Tyler Hero's game is he's really good at finishing around the rim with either hand. Like, if he had a Hall of Fame Acrobat or Pro Touch, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. For a card in 2K, not for real life or for, like, the Play Now roster. But he'd have, like, old, like, he'd at least have those badges. Then we get Pippin and Curry in packs and free PD Cat. Could be. Man, I keep struggling with this release. I really wish you could just go to crash offensive boards without having to call a timeout and stuff. Like, you used to be able to do that. Should I sell my KD? Depends if you need the MT, if you like the card, if you're looking to replace him with someone. Pippen and Curry, Def in packs, one this week, one next. Could be. Keep in mind, though, like, the Dirk and Jokic and Harden came out in the same ones. So it wouldn't be crazy to think that they'll put multiple opals in the same release. Get Zion eventually trust me? I'm planning on it. I gotta stack up my MT, and even though I'm guessing Clyde and Ben Wallace are going to be reward cards, I need to make sure I can buy Opal Pippin. There's no question that I'm getting Pippin. Ulysses, what's going on? Brandon, hey, what's up, man? Bought this Opal LeBron yesterday and never had more fun in 2K. That's awesome, man. Only seven likes. Come on, guys. The new standard is 20. You guys know that. Win. Dark Matter cards are cheap. I mean, cheap compared to what they were, yeah. But then other than Clyde, I think those are the only opals left, so I don't know if they throw both in 1 week, assuming Clyde is agenda. True. That's very possible. SP doesn't deserve double-digit likes. Creeper, you're a dick. Played over a 150 my career games, and I love the coins I have right now. Not bad. Not bad. I probably, you know what? I think if I can convince people to play Rec later tonight, I might do that just so I can rip a couple of VC packs on Friday. Just stack it up through my career and whatever. KD locks down an Opal. I assume you mean Dark Matter Zion. Retro 2, okay. A Retro Volume 2 pack. That's pretty sweet. Hey, what's going on, Sin City? How you doing today, bro? Let's open this pack, see if we get anything cool. 16 games with no vault opening? That's super unlucky. Hey, we got a shake. We got a diamond. Okay. Diamond from a free pack? Retro 2. I forget who this could even be. It's probably... Nope. Not a current player. Oh, it's Dennis Rodman. Damn it. This card sucks. Oh, it could have been Steph. That's the other one. But I mean, that's fine. I have D-Rod. Now I have him and Scotty. That's fine. Worst case, it's an original owner diamond. I'm not too torn up about that. I really should Emerald Bucks players. I do want to finish getting these cards. Have the Amethyst James Harden. I'm definitely going to finish getting these 3 cards, and then I don't know what's going on with the exchange from now on. Create KMT? Yeah, seriously. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, so I'm assuming that it's going to be probably Ben Wallace here, Clyde here in 9 days. Can't wait to see how much you end up shelling out for Opal Scotty. Well, Opal Scotty is going to be the last piece that I need. And then we're locking in for Phil Jackson. I don't care how crazy you guys think I am. We're locking in for Phil Jackson. So once we get that done, it'll be fun, man. Because the defensive coaches have like 2 stats, like the help defense IQ and one other stat, I forget. But they're like they're not great. So as much as I would love the lateral quickness and the block and the strength, those would all be nice, but I can't I don't know. I can't see the triangle having any holes in it. I'll definitely check what the boosts are before I lock it in. But like right now we're like 99% locking it in. Lou Hudson sucks. I used him. He's literally Mr. Bricks. That sucks, man. That sucks. His diamond was okay. I can see PD Scotty. I think it's going to be an opal because of where it is on the board. Damn it. Clyde is going to be good. His jumper is clean. I haven't used the other Clyde that's actually out right now. Do you play MyTEAM until the next 2K launches? Yep. Yep, especially once we start getting into kind of like the Everything's a God Squad area. That's when I start playing and just doing squad builders and just kind of fucking around. So that said, you know what? I still haven't gotten Cedric Maxwell. I need to really buckle in and do that. Here we go, Killian. This Killian Hayes is such a good card, man. Anyone that's not using him if you're on a budget, what are you doing? I feel like they'll change his jumper. If they give him the T-Mac jumper, he's definitely on my squad. You talking about Scotty? Yeah. I think they're going to change his jumper because I don't know what it is. But Scotty's jumper in 2K is just never good, man. Community is so sad. He subbed in bronzes and started calling timeout after timeout. That'll happen. Wait till you get your DM coach and it'll be a cakewalk. I agree. I can't wait to see how good that Scotty is, especially if you add like if the triangle coach, if they have like speed or speed with ball or pass accuracy, which I think triangle should. Triangle's probably, in my opinion, triangle's probably gonna have pass accuracy, mid range. Let's see. Maybe offensive rebounding. Some other stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it'll have 3-ball, but I feel like they'll add 3-ball to it to make it more appealing. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Talking about Clyde, but yeah, Scotty too if he's not. Oh, if he's not too expensive, yeah. Yeah, Clyde will be nice. I'll be lurking. Okay, I appreciate that, Carter. Sorry, yeah. So J2K putting in your subs and started calling timeout. That's how you get your stamina back up. Take a break from Unlimited. I won 9 in a row, and then I've lost 3 of 4. Yeah, it sucks when you just don't have fun. Someone said I was crazy for saying there's no way they can make a better T-Mac. Stats and badges wise, what more do they need? I mean, they'll just add a couple Hall of Fame badges and stuff eventually. But I agree. There are a lot of cards now where it's like, well, how do we get better than this? Faced a YouTuber, beat him by 25. He was telling me to start doing YouTube. Do you think it's stressful to doing that at all? It can be. I mean, granted, I would never put myself on the same like tier, the same, you know, echelon as guys like CP the Doc or Sam or, a lot of the bigger names in it because A, they do it for money. They're partnered. So that's a little bit different. Like, I mean, I stress over it and I'm not even getting paid a little bit. I don't stress over it much. Like I really enjoy streaming a lot more. It's weird. I enjoy streaming more than I enjoy playing 2K. Um, but it's one of those things like, once I'm partnered, which I should be making videos and stuff now anyway, but once I'm partnered, I'm gonna start making more videos because it's like, oh, okay, like if I can make like a couple bucks in a video, like that's really cool. So I'll start doing that a little bit. But I don't know, man. It's stressful, but in a good way, if you know what I mean. So if it's something that you're thinking about trying, for sure, I'd say give it a shot. 500 to 600k MT on packs yesterday and didn't get an opal. Feel that. I've done some MT pack openings. Money is not enough to make me stream. No, exactly. And I'm not saying like, oh, well, they're doing it for money. Like, I mean, it's just different. Like when you have that little bit of, if you're trying to do it full time, especially, then it's like then you're working. So right now the streams for me they're not stressful. Sometimes I stress because I want to be consistent, and then days like today where I end up having to drive into town and like take a couple extra hours, it's like, you know, I can't be on when I want to be on. Like I want to stream every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, but a lot of stuff happens where I just can't. So those stress me out because I don't want to fall out of a routine and like, set expectations that I can't meet. But yeah, I mean it's different when you're doing it exactly what Sam just said. It's very evident when people are doing it for the money. When every video is 10 minutes and 4 seconds long so that it's over that threshold, and then you know you're making a video for the sake of making a video. Like I want to keep enjoying it. So for me, I just know that like I really genuinely like streaming and I like talking to all you guys. And that's fun for me. So like I'm more likely to play 2K if I'm live on stream than if I'm offline. So for me, that's the fun of it. I'm a Call of Duty guy. I used to do commentaries, but 2K, there's more to it. Updates, what players are coming out, and all that. I think that's way too much. It's only as much as you make it out to be, though, right? Like DBG is a great example. He makes a shitload of videos all the time, and he like updates basically everything that's happening in 2K. So I mean, he spends a lot of hours recording and uploading and does a really good job of it. Other people, like with the Sorta series, which is always my example, zero editing on DBG's videos. I mean, yeah, but I don't think he ever claims to be like a good editor. Like he turns on the game, he talks for 10 minutes, and he uploads a video, and they're good. They're informative. So sorry, Daniel. Before I answer your question, I just want to finish the point I was trying to make. For me, the things like the Sorta series video, they're things that I actually think are interesting and that I care about. So those are the videos that I want to make, where I only ever want to make videos that I think I would watch. So that's kind of the little bit of a disconnect where it's like, would I rather make a video that I like or a video that I know is going to get a ton of views? And definitely a lot of people have to do the one for me, one for you type of thing, where it's like, here's, here's where you should be, like for XP getting David Robinson, and it's like, relax. Like, no one needs that video really, but it's a way to make a 10-minute video and get your view count up a little bit. But there are some people who genuinely, I mean, everyone that comes in and says, I'm level 38, is that okay? It's like, yeah. Like, I just wanted to make a video and update it, like upload it like once a day, where it's just, can I still get D-Rob? And it's just me saying, yes, you can. And it's just like a 4-second video every time. And then on like the very last day, just be like, no, you can't. I think that would be fun. But to answer Daniel's question, you need to be partnered, to apply for partnership, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 hours of watch time. So what's crazy to me is the number of people that have the subscribers and don't have the watch time, because I hit the watch time so long ago that now I just need to get my sub count up to 1,000 before I can apply. You need 4,000, and I'm at 7,000 hours. Which just basically tells me that I stream too much. You did that to me last season and I didn't get Kawhi? Yeah. I mean, you're basically good to get the XP, like, until the very end of the year. Or very end of the season. Not only the money part, but people think it's lame to play 2K if you're not streaming or comp. Just annoys me, but sometimes I just need to stay off Twitter. Staying off Twitter is a good idea for anybody. Twitter is where a lot of morons live. The good thing about Twitter is that it gives everybody a voice. And the terrible thing about Twitter is that it gives everybody a voice. So it makes things difficult. But that's been something fun for me, man, is I've been... Man, it's so liberating to hit the block or the mute button on Twitter. There's so many dipshits that I'm just like, hey, I don't need to ever see you talk again. Perfect. Your opinion has no validity to me. And then you're just done, and then they're out of your lives forever. And it's perfect. I'll tell you right now, there's no one that I've blocked or muted that I've been like, I wonder what they're up to today. Not a one. It's a very, very good feeling. You did that to me last season. I didn't get Kawhi. Oh, man. Kawhi was awesome. Kawhi's an amazing card. Giving everyone a voice means most people don't even deserve a voice on said topic. Yep. That's the issue, is it's like, hey, your opinion's bad. I don't want to hear that one. What's going on, Mastermind? How you doing today, man? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Ooh. Those of you guys who don't know, actually, Mastermind himself is a Twitch streamer. I know he was saying that he got into the game like not too long before the tournament, but I played against him in the first round of the Meech tournament, and it was like one of the most fun series I've had. That was some of the most fun I've had playing 2K. So doing good, no complaints. Just hanging out, trying to get a quick stream in before I go to work. But yeah, Mastermind, if you wanna just put what your Twitch channel is, I don't know if you can actually type the link out because I think the Nightbot might block it. But if you want to put that in, feel free, man. And if anyone wants to check you out, because Mastermind's one of the nicest dudes. Like, we had a completely random matchup. He was super helpful, helped me figure out a time to play our series, and really good player. Like, genuinely, I'm still kind of shocked that I won that. Man, honestly, glad I didn't win, man. I got second. That Trey World guy, he and I had a good series for the finals, but his Dirk Nowitzki, I don't... Shit, man. There's just... He's a comp player. I'm not a comp player. He beat the shit out of me. That's right, I'm tripping. It's all good, man. I won one game, so I at least didn't go out too bad. My bad, no worries at all. I got one game on him, and the other two were pretty close. So genuinely, I don't feel bad about how that series went. He was really good. He was really good. Memes are great though, Bobbin. You are correct. Memes on Twitter are great. Came and watched, and then in chat saw he took the series. Yeah, man, he was good. He was real good. I'm gassed. Just play like 3 hours of basketball. I'm so jealous, man. I can't wait until the next time I get to play. Didn't get swept. That's all that matters. Even if I got swept though, like the games were close. Those kinds of games, man, as soon as someone goes on a run and just gets like a couple stops in a row, it can really just end the game. Like, it's tough. It's tough. And the only thing I regret about that series is that I shot myself in the foot, and I even said it as it was happening. I took Giannis out of my lineup for some reason. I won a game and then changed my lineup. Dumbest thing I could have done. So, no regrets at all, though. He was a really cool guy, Trey World, or Trey, whatever. I'm just gonna say Trey. He was a really nice guy, and he fully deserved to beat me. So. 2 days ago, I lost my first 2 games on PD, then I won 9 straight. On my last game up 10, I got error coded. Oh. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I hate that. That sucks, man. Done any changes to your squad lately? That's the thing is I don't even the team that I was using for like the tourney and for my like God squad, I don't even play with that team, man. Like I don't genuinely I enjoy playing with budget teams way more than my like God squad. Like I love the Kawhi Leonard card and I love Malik Sealy and some of those guys, but like my favorite card in the game is Killian Hayes. And he's a Ruby. Michael Porter Jr. is another one of my favorites. Like I love using like a below 80 overall team. Hurt bad my first time in PD tier. Hurt my stomach. Yeah, man, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's stressful losing those games, man. That's why like the method video that I put out, or I guess I put 2 in. You're so good with Hayes. Appreciate that, man. It is fun how many games I go up against people in like, you know, Pink Diamond and Opal tier and just butcher them with Killian Hayes. He's just got such a good release, man. And there's nothing he's bad at. But yeah, man, the whole method team and everything like that, that's the team I have the most fun playing with. That's why the other day it made my day. This guy messaged me to be like to say how he appreciated in the video how the goal of it was to have fun, not necessarily just win everything. And I'm like, yeah, man, like I would much rather have fun. If you can have fun and win games, that's obviously the best combination. But like when I'm in like comp sweaty mode, like that's not fun, man. I don't like it when the game when I let the game piss me off. Because it's a game and I should be playing it for fun. You know? So I don't like it when I'm like super locked in and I make a stupid mistake and I get pissed at myself. Like I mean, part of that is just a character flaw and it's 100% on me. But it's just I like playing like, hey, this is how I want to play basketball. I have a point guard who runs my offense. I have a power forward who I can use as like a secondary playmaker. I have a big man who rebounds. Like I like it when my guys have roles, and I hate playing when it's like I'm using 5, 6'10" guys who can all pass, dribble, dunk, shoot, defend. Like that's just not fun for me, man. 3-0 in Opal. That's huge, Prime. That's huge, man. Get that Cedric. Get that Cedric, because I need some more reviews on him. Why do people quit when it's 3-0? I'm not complaining, though. Man, people quit out after the simplest shit sometimes. It's so weird. They're just like, wow, this game's over. It's like, bro, we're like a minute in. Get almost overwhelmed if my team has too much? Absolutely, man. It's just weird because you're like I've always found that when I have a God squad, I don't know what it is, and maybe you guys have this too, but do you ever find that there's just like a certain position or a certain player on your team that you just basically never use? Like I realized that my small forward, anytime I'm playing like seriously, my small forward does nothing. Like he just exists to play defense and maybe run in transition. Like I never shoot with them. I never like slash. I never secondary play make. My small forward is just there. And what sucks with that is that a lot of times I have Scottie Pippen or Sean Marion or one of my like real life favorite players as a small forward, and then I never use them. And I'm like, well, shit, I don't need this guy here. That's why it's like, I feel like I should run Scottie as my 3 if I'm doing a God squad, because then I can have Malik Sealy or Kawhi Leonard at the 2. But I don't know, just the way I play, I need Scottie to either be my point guard or my power forward. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys go through that too. There's so many times I've been like, why do I never, like I look at like the box score at the end of the game and it's like, why did I take one shot the entire game with like Antoine Jameson or like a card that's really good? It's so weird. Well, I was never going to keep the Zion, even though he's one of my favorite players. It's crazy to have a 700k player that's only going to take 10 shots at most in an unlimited game. True. I mean, 10 shots is still a good amount, but yeah, it's so weird when you're just like, man, like you notice it too because you look a couple games in a row and you're like, man, I never use this card. He played 20 minutes. He played every single minute of the game, and I didn't even shoot with him. And he'll have like 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and like a steal, and you're like, you know, but like you need him to be a threat so that you have the option of passing to him. I don't know. That's why I like in the method squad where it's like, oh, I have Lonnie Walker there, and I like consciously, I'm like, he's my fastest player. I need to kick him the ball in transition. And that's the only time where my small forward ends up being one of my top scorers. It's so weird. Paul George is legit. I run my offense through him at the 4. Yeah, man. I was saying, as soon as that the stats came out for him, I was like, this Paul George is the best power forward in the game. But then it opens up for when it's like, oh, like I have Jonathan Isaac at the 3, even though I run him at the 4 when I use that Ruby. There's just that little bit of like, you know what? That's perfect. He's tall. He can shoot if I need him to, and he's just really good defensively. And if I need to switch, like he can guard everybody. But if I don't score with Jonathan Isaac, that's fine. It's nice to just have a big, tall, athletic, defensive guy as your 3. Also, relax, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Jesus Christ. PG is nice. I hated the PD one. I don't know if I ever used the Pink Diamond one. At the start of the year, I liked the Diamond Paul George. He was the best corner shooter on last gen. In 5v5, I'll take PG 13%, but in 3v3, I'll take Xeon. Fair enough. I really do want to try that Zion card. That's so funny that like everyone's saying, yeah, I like never use my small forward. I really thought that was just me. By the way, I know this would be really dumb. I was just gonna say, like, I almost want to throw a diamond contract on this Mo Bamba and the JJ Barea just for how much I use them for triple threat offline. But what I should do is just make a lineup, put them both in it, and then buy up their contracts fully so I don't have to, in between some of the games, add to it. No? It's okay, I won't. I just thought about it. Zion is just a flex to have to me. I don't really use him when he's there. Height hurts him, man. Gets blocked a lot. Looks like All-Star game Zion. That's tough. I do still want to try him, though. I gotta send you my team. Yeah, man, I'm down to see it. I should probably be doing some of the challenges. Because I do need to get some XP. That's alright. We'll probably do some triple threat online for a few. Because I do want to grab that Ricky Rubio. Yeah, I should do that. Just the last 40 mins, not much. We have 140k. How much more XP you think we're getting? I mean, David Robinson will be out on Friday. I doubt we get a big XP boost tomorrow. So we're going to be able to get D-Rob this Friday. There'll be a new pack and new hero characters. Going for Kermit? Yeah, I think I'm going to... I don't know. I'm looking to get him. Everyone's kind of freaking out about how good he is. I was looking at his stats. I'm like, yeah, he looks good. I don't think he looks like he's anything special. I feel like there's 8 other cards that are exactly the same. But I mean, we'll see. I'm probably gonna... The fact that he can run power forward is nice, because you could basically run Kawhi, Malik Sealy, and Kermit Washington, and they're all, like, about the same. SB, please sell your Scotty. Thing is, I don't know how much I'd get for him. I don't think I'd get any profit on it. Because, like, the other Scotties are going for, like, 10k. What sucks is that I have 2 really juiced Diamond Scotties. And I don't think I could sell either of them for anything. Because I have the one that I juiced myself, and then I got the one that I sniped. Anyone knows the big difference between Hero Magic and regular Magic? Hero Magic is so smooth. Honestly, I thought the regular Magic was faster when I was using them. Because I had both at the same time for some stupid reason. 90% sure the Opal is coming this Friday or next Friday. I know, but, like, do you think I'd actually make any MT? Like, I'd have to put it up on the 2KG thread. And I just don't know. I don't know. He's nice to have as, like, a super juiced diamond for maybe limited purposes. And the ones I have, I mean, they're both really good. That's the problem, man. The Scotty card is so good, it's just his shot sucks. That's it. Probably won't be touching them again unless for limited. Yeah, but I mean, I do have a few cards that I don't use unless I'm playing limited. So that wouldn't be... That's not that big of a deal. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about selling the Scottie Pippins? Part of it is the flex that I have the best Scottie Pippen in the game right now. At least don't hold on to 2 diamond ones. That's fair. I mean, hey, if any of you guys want one of my Scotties, I'll put them up right now, but... God, I hate coffee. Really hate the taste, man. Ugh. Definitely sell one. I noticed no difference between the magics. Yeah, I'm sure there isn't really one, but the regular one felt faster than the hero one does. I don't know. Even if one goes for like 80, 90K with half range, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. That's true. I mean, it's better than not having anything, right? I like cold brew better. I don't know if you tried it. Yeah, no, I only drink. I can't physically. I can't drink hot drinks. My body just can't handle it. I'll pay 45K for Juiced Scotty. I'll put this one up. This one's got Pick Dodger, Interceptor, Intimidator, and Posterizer added to it. And it's got a diamond shoe that gives him 3-pointer, pass accuracy, and speed and acceleration. I hate hot drinks like hot cocoa and coffee. It's kind of gross. I can't do it, man. Like, literally, physically, my body can't do it. It sucks. Spotlights. Okay, we got 2 more spotlights until we got Wes. I'm still gonna go for John Wall, but I'm not in any hurry for it. He isn't horrible. Again, I have to drink it cold. I still got to do these too because I want to get Jose and Aaron Baines. New kicks, power forward. Okay, I really should. Let's use a Cavs player. Let's use a couple Cavs players here. Oh, Mark Price. I haven't done his stuff yet. So we'll go Mark. And then some lower ones. As manager was always like, beverages that are supposed to be refreshing. Hot is not refreshing. True. Look at Thon Maker. Why does he look jacked there? Looks like a thick old boy. Okay, what about Kevin Love and Andre Drummond? Is that the duo? It is. All right. Yeah, screw it. He isn't horrible, but still, yeah. By the way, if anyone has forgotten to like, we got to get it up to 20. Oh, that's a turnover. You rebound that, Drummond. You got one job, bro. There you go. Okay. I haven't used this Mark Price yet, so I gotta try and get his challenges done and do the Colin Sexton one too. I'd be absolutely insane to lock in for Popovich and Phil Jackson, right? Like that would be dumb. Somebody tell me that would be dumb because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, that would be pretty fun. Is that an assist? Nice. You'd be a moron to do that. This Mark Price, his shot's good. It's just slow. That'd be fucking stupid. You can only use one coach at a time. FYI, good point. Point great. Lock in for who? Phil and Pop. Dumber than me, and that's not a level you want to stoop to. Hey, there we go. Oh, also, thank you guys. We hit 20 likes. Amazing. Both coaches, yeah. I know it would be dumb. The question is, though, do I go for the defense or the offense coaches? Like, which one do you guys think will be better? Because the defensive coach, we already know what stats they boost. Like, help defensive IQ, lateral quickness, block, strength, defensive consistency, which every card has really high anyway. Else? They're going to introduce assistant coaches into the game? Oh my god, imagine that. That would be insane. Whoever has offense, speed. That's the thing. Speed would be crazy. I feel like you're going to want the Golden Age players more than the Modern Age players anyway. That's true. very high-pitched noise is kind of giving me a migraine. Yeah, I'm gonna want Scotty and Jordan. Imagine they give Hero Scotty and Hero Jordan a duo. Ooh. You know what's sad is I haven't even used Jordan. Like that's a tragedy. I don't know why I'm not using him, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll all be fine. Did you get Comic Jordan? Oh, yeah, yeah. I've had the Comic Jordan for a little bit. I've been slowly just selling off everything I have. That's actually probably going to be the stream tomorrow, is I'm going to sell every current and heat check player that I've got. They got to change Scotty's jump shot. They're going to. I'm, like, very sure of it. Because even if it was just faster, it would still be usable. It's just right now, it's the hitch at the top, man. It's easy to green it if you're in either corner because you can see it. But man, if it's like straight on, it's really hard to time. Just kill the dude 69-39. Very nice. I know we all feel differently about coaches, and I would have had to call Mike Tyson, but that's another reason the lock-ins kind of suck because had they been players, you could have got both. True. But I do like that you also have a choice. And it's kind of like you pick a side, right? Like it's the modern age versus the golden age. I kind of like that aspect of it. Like a heroes or villains type thing. What side are you on? So, I don't know. I don't mind it. I think having coaches as a lock-in is really nice. I think what would be hilarious is if they make a limited thing where it's like, oh, the best cards you can have are Sapphires. And then it's like, well, luckily I have a fucking Dark Matter coach, so all my Sapphires have +10 speed, +10 3-ball. And then a shoe, and then Hall of Fame floor general. So it's like, oh, alright. Now all of a sudden, my cards have +19s to their stats, and you're like, well, that sucks. And then they get takeover, and they go +28. Crazy. So I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Seven assists. Not bad. Oh. We hates it. What else did I have to do? It's 7 more assists, 13 points. That's pretty easy. I think Cat will be the idol this Friday. The idol. Oh, yeah, I guess it's idols week. Huh. I don't think Cat's going to be the idols, though. Because, although, you know what? No, it could be. There could be a hero Cat and an idols Cat. That's a good... Look at you. That's a good idea. Feel like this era of super teams? I mean, I don't know if it's just this era. Like, there have been super teams all throughout NBA history. I mean, if you really want to argue it, like, the 80s Celtics with McHale, Parrish, Bird, DJ, especially once they added Bill Walton, like, those are super teams. Like, that is a super team. And so are the the Lakers with Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, Jamal Wilkes. Like, yeah, those are super teams. What I will say is, in my opinion, Jordan never played on a super team. He played on a really good team, But Jordan only ever had one guy in his entire career who was an all-star the same year that he was a teammate of Jordan. And that's Scottie Pippen. Cat is such an idol, man. He inspires me. I feel really bad for Cat because of the year that he's had and all the shit that he's had to go through. That like no one should have to go through all the crap that he has. But speaking solely as his disposition, or solely on his disposition and work ethic and everything as a basketball player, I cannot be a fan of Cat's. Like outside influences aside, and again, I feel for him and I feel like he's a nice guy. I feel like he's a really good dude. I don't like him as a basketball player. I think his personality makes his skill set a bit of a waste of talent. And then hypothetically, Len and Reggie, best team of all time, period. Honey bias, fucking guy. Would have extended Larry Bird's career too. 3 centers and idols? Yeah, maybe. I mean, the first season, or the first idols collection, it was all small forward shooting guards, so why not? But yeah, to answer your point, Slinksy, this era of super teams, I mean, even the Lakers, like the Lakers are really 2 extremely good players and then a bunch of role players. Like, are they a super team? As much as I want to hate on the Lakers all the time, which I do, I don't really think they're a super team. The Nets are kind of a super team, but like adding Blake Griffin's not a star anymore. You know? Like, yeah, there's 3 All-Stars on the team, but adding Blake Griffin, the fact that people are like, well, that's a wrap. Like, the Nets are going to just win everything. It's like, are they, though? I don't know. I know Windhorse said a player in 12... A player in 12M. Not sure what you mean there. Forces his way to the Knicks, and people think it's Booker, but I think it's going to be Cat. I don't think Cat could handle New York. Adding Blake and Drummond doesn't really move the needle. No, and that's the thing, is like, Drummond's better than DeAndre Jordan, but that's a pretty low bar. Oh, a player in 12 months. Okay, yeah. I don't think Booker forces his way out of Phoenix the way that they're playing right now. And if he does that, I will completely go back the other way on the whole Booker thing, because I haven't been a fan of his entire career. And I'm just now starting to come around on the fact that, okay, maybe he's really talented. Well, no, I've always thought he was talented. I just think he's been overrated. And I've started to like his actual work ethic, and I've started to kind of enjoy watching his game. So if he forces his way out after Phoenix is starting to actually play well because they have a real point guard who can create his own shot and set guys up, if he does that because it's like, well, people are just giving credit to Chris Paul, it's like, I mean, yeah, he kind of deserves a lot of it. Then I would go back the other way and be like, yeah, screw Booker. Cat forcing his way out, I don't know. I'm just so sick of guys being like, yeah, let's do the 5-year max contract. And then 6 months later being like, no, I don't want to be here anymore. It's like, man, like that only works in sports at this point because of the whole player empowerment thing. And I get it. Like, yeah, you know, take control of your destiny, whatever, all that bullshit. But like, you agreed to make a shit ton of money to do a job. I don't feel bad for you when your job starts to not be fun anymore. It's like, yeah, you agreed to be here long term. Like, this wasn't going to be easy. I don't know. And I'm also sick of teams and owners panicking and being like, well, we need to trade this guy to the team he wants to go to. Like, why? He's under contract. If he doesn't want to play for you anymore, sit his ass on the bench for 3 years. Be like, yeah, cool. We'll pay you to do nothing, and it's fine. We'll suck. and you'll sit on the bench and you'll make a lot of money. But you have to be on the bench every game, otherwise it's a violation of your contract. And, like, we're going to lose a lot, and your personal stats are going to go nowhere, and your career is going to be looked at as a pile of shit. So, I don't know. I would love to see an owner or a GM just make an example of a guy like that, where it's like, you know what? No, you agreed to be here. You're going to be here. Unless you're a CP3 fan or D-Book fan, you're not caring for the Suns. That's fair. I think he's underrated because his team isn't the best and not a lot of people care for the Suns. I can't say Devin Booker's underrated, though, when people are being like, he's the most disrespected player in the NBA. It's like, no. He's just a good guard in a loaded conference. Like, it's like when Dame Lillard, before he started making all-star teams, it's like, dude, no one's disrespecting you. You're just a guard that's playing in the same conference as Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and like a handful of other guys that are really, really good. And all those guys were like in their primes too. It's like, yeah, no shit, you're not an all-star. Sorry, you're a great player who's at the deepest position in the league. Like, sucks to be you, man. Started doing challenges for Robinson. I got to level 26 and got to the top board of Ascension with 15 picks, and I got the Opal. Damn, man, that is some crazy luck. Owners are too scared of being bad and losing revenue. Little do they know, superstars' life and income will change drastically if they're riding the bench all year. Yep. I would just love to see an owner be like, yep, power play. If you want to try and screw us, we're just going to be like, yep, screw you, man. DeAndre Jordan isn't bad. He's a good center. Yeah. DeAndre Ayton. I read Ayton and I said DeAndre Jordan still. That's good. We get that out of the way. What else do we need to do for Colin Sexton? Shit. Okay. That's rough. As a Suns fan, I'm jacked for this. This been 10 years without playoffs. I've been a season ticket holder for 9 years. Haven't missed a home game. Damn, man. I didn't know you were like that for the Suns. I respect that a lot, man. Because the Suns, oh god, I hate coffee. The Suns have not been easy to root for. So the fact that you've been going there for 9 years, like I respect the fact that you are a. What's going on? Why you mad? How you doing, bro? Is that a blanket? Damn, you're comfy. Hell yeah, man. You gotta settle in when you're doing this shit, bro. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, man. The NBA is just a business. The GM don't care how long a player has been there. They just care about winning. Look at DeMar. Again, though, there are guys who reward the dudes that want to stick there for the long haul. Like, it's not as common right now, but like, I mean, Paul Pierce, he stayed with the Celtics when they weren't an easy team to root for, man. So some GMs are like, you know what, I get it. And I mean, that being said, Danny Ainge did ship out Paul Pierce once he got too old and started to suck. But one of those things, man. But yeah, man, we got a majestic Why You Mad out in his natural habitat, out here in the woods, man. Appreciate you swinging through, man. Halfway to D-Rob, that's exciting. Yeah, man, I'm not even close to as far as a lot of guys are, but I'm for sure grabbing that card, man. He looks unreal. People complaining about him today. I just what'll make them happy? I don't know. I want to buy Raptors season tickets, but it's way too expensive. Yeah, man. I think it's the Lakers, the Knicks, and then the Raptors for the three most expensive ticket prices. I think that might have changed in the last couple years, but and obviously right now there's barely any fans anyway. But it's like, hey, it's like Why You Mad and Reaper being fans with the Knicks. It's like, hey, You've been cheering for a team that's been hard to cheer for. So I respect the guys that stick with their teams even when they're not good. I did that with the Celtics for a lot of years. So I get it. I get it when it's tough. He's fast, always has a great jumper and great defense. I guess no range, which on next gen isn't an issue. True. Well, he has gold range. But I mean, man, like limitless range. I just for me, I'm just like, man, I'm not jacking up shots from half court unless I'm in TTO. In which case it's like, let that shit fly. But that D-Rob, man, he's gonna be nice. Wizards fan for life. Deranged. Bro, the Wizards are rough. I can't watch Wizards games. I can't watch Wizards or Pistons games. Pistons are balls, dude. And I love like 4 of their players. Celtics always had those gritty teams though, even during the bad times. That's true. That's true. We had some good times. We had some good times. When it was like back in the day though, when it was like Antoine Walker jacking up 18 threes in a game and like some of those guys, you're like, oh, good Lord. Stop shooting. But don't hate on my home team. I'm not hating on anyone's home team, but it's they're bad, man. They're bad. And I've probably been to more Detroit home games than any other team. Partly because they're cheaper than Raptors tickets. But also because like, man, I got to see Sheed. I've told this 1,000 times, but I was at Ben Wallace's jersey retirement in Detroit, in a game that the Pistons beat the Warriors in that 73-9 season. So I was at, it's a weird story, but I was at one of the 9 games that the best regular season of all time team lost. I think that's a cool story. They only lost 9 times, and I was at one of them. So I think that was cool. That was the first time I ever got to see Steph Curry play live. And holy shit. Like, when it cut to commercial and shit, the stuff that Steph Curry was doing in like warm-ups and before the game went live again, dude, Steph Curry's just literally like flashing shots at half court. Like, the dude is insane. Antoine Walker, the guy who isn't qualified to speak on Harden. Fair. I wish I could ever go to the Palace. That's the thing, man. The Caesars Arena, it's like, The Palace of Auburn Hills, man. That was a fun place to go. That was actually, you know what? I sort of fell off on him the next couple of years, but in that game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, back when he was on the Pistons, he was doing work against the Warriors. Saw that video about Harden? Yeah. Antoine Walker, not an all-timer. We can leave it at that. Clutch shooter. What level are you right now? 35. Just hit 35, so I'm halfway there. And then we got a lot of work to go until Friday. Rebound chaser. We got KCP, Tobias. Yeah, man, it was a good team. Harden wins the ring with the Nets. Are people going to bash him? I don't know if they'll bash him, but they might be like, hey, like, this one doesn't really fully count. And I kind of get that. There's a lot of guys that want a ring where it's like, yeah, but were you the guy on it? One, Kawhi, Malik, PG, and Jokic. That's a deadly team, man. That's a deadly team. How are you liking Juan Carlos Navarro? Because I've wanted to try him out. Come on, Walker. Get out of here. Where's Juan Carlos Navarro? Shaq going back up in price a little bit. How many of these are on bio? Juan is really good. I gotta check that. Is there extra XP for the people who can't get the Opal? XP challenge is done. There will be more XP. Like, keep in mind, we got 2 weeks left before the end of the season. D-Raw will be available in 2 days, so they're gonna keep adding XP over the next 2 weeks. there's going to be like 200,000 XP available. Like, it's not going to be that hard to get David Robinson. I try him out as jumper. Once gotten used to, is really nice. I probably lost a lot on him. You say when Bosch was on the Heat, he was a top 10 player at the time. Not when he was on the Heat. I think Bosch had one top 10 season, and that was his contract year in Toronto. And it's because he put on like 25 pounds of muscle and put up like a 24 and 11. It was either 24 and 11 or 25 and 12, but it was like right in that area. And it's like, oh, Bosch is really, really fucking good. And then it's like, yeah, I'm trying to get paid, bro. And then he left to Miami. Like, what I would say is that Bosch was the best possible third option from 2011 to 2015. Couldn't do much better than that. And then Klay Thompson took that title from him. But yeah, top 10. Can't say he was top 10. Just because there were still some big men that he ate up, you know? Trying to compare the Heat to the Nets. That's fair. That's fair. What I would say is that Kyrie is the third option in Brooklyn. And Kyrie right now is a more useful player than Bosch was at the time. The biggest problem with that is like the Celtics big three of Pierce, Ray, and KG. Like KG operated at the rim and 18 feet out, or like sometimes in the high elbow. But Pierce was like a 3-point and high elbow inside guy. Ray Allen was a transition 3-point. You know, so Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, they all complemented each other. And they covered every area on the floor of where they were most effective. And then they had Rondo as a court vision god who saw everything. So they were just built as a better cohesive unit than the Heat were and than Brooklyn is right now. Because the way that Brooklyn is right now, their elite skills overlap way too much. It's as ball dominant creators. Pierce, Allen, and KG were all fantastic off-ball offensive players, as well as having Ray and Paul Pierce both able to create their own shot, and having KG be the defensive anchor. That was the problem with LeBron and Dwayne Wade at the time, too, is they both operated in the mid-range. Neither of those guys could shoot threes at the time, and so could neither could Chris Bosh. So Chris Bosh developed his game to be a 3-and-D type big, where it was, I'm going to rebound, I'm going to block shots, and I'm going to hit open corner threes when you guys create. But LeBron and Wade were both like, we need the ball to create our own shot type of thing. So the reason, like, them not winning their first year together against Dallas made a lot of sense, because the Mavericks were a cohesive team where everyone had a defined role. Like, Kidd was going to move the ball around. Peja and Jason Terry were going to hit open shots. Sean Marion was going to be your defensive guy and your transition scorer. Dirk was going to be your half-court offensive, like, dominant threat. So they all had these guys where it's like everyone knew what they had to do, and there was too much like, okay, whose turn is it? You know, like, JJ Barea was incredible in that series. Deshaun Stevenson was great. And the Heat were just confused because it was too many guys that could do what they needed to do really well. Like, fucking Brian Cardinal had a great series against Miami. And I guarantee me saying Brian Cardinal, half the people at least in here are like, fucking who? But that was the thing, is like the Celtics had, you know, not even just those guys, but they had Tony Allen, defensive stopper, transition guy. Kendrick Perkins, who only existed to play defense on Dwight Howard. That was his only job. So they had all these guys, James Posey, you know, Eddie House, like these guys that had a role that they served. And that Miami team and this Brooklyn team, it's kind of hard to define what everybody does. Now, because it's a more modern game, Kyrie, Harden, and Durant, they're all 3-level scorers. They can all slash, they can all pass, they can all shoot from deep. So they're a little bit more effective offensively than those Heat teams would have been. The only guy who's like a threat at the rim, or at least in a half-court set, is probably Durant, because he actually has a post game. And then Harden and Kyrie are two of the best slashers in the NBA. Like, Kyrie, I mean, as much as I shit on Kyrie as a person, he's one of the most coordinated players in the history of basketball. He can do anything he wants with either hand. So you have three guys who can create their own shot. The only question is, can they play effectively off the ball in the playoffs? And that, I think, is the only reason that they added Blake Griffin, because Blake Griffin at this point, like we've said before, is Zach Randolph plus shooting minus rebounding. Like, his athleticism is kind of gone. As a low post scorer, Blake Griffin is still one of the craftiest guys in the league. So they have that low post threat when they need to bang and go up against a big who's maybe stopping a guy like a Durant, like even a big guard like Harden. So when they come up against Embiid or Anthony Davis or Gobert or Jokic or whoever in the playoffs, it's like, okay, at least we have this, or Bam Adebayo. It's like, at least we have this one guy who can at least physically wear them down a little bit. So I get that signing, and the whole thing of Blake Griffin not adding to their defense. It's like, okay, but no one plays defense anyway. So I get the addition of it, but I don't know. To compare the two teams, basically this whole fucking derailed thing. To compare Brooklyn to Miami, they have three guys who can create. They have more guys who can play off the ball. They have less defense for sure, but it's kind of, no one plays defense, so it's weird. Like, for a third option, I'd say the way basketball is played right now, Kyrie is a better third option than Bosh was his first 2 years in Miami. Would I say Kyrie's a top 10 guy in the NBA right now? No. But for playoff purposes, I think the hardest thing for me is remembering Chris Bosh getting absolutely shit on by Tim Duncan on one leg as a 37-year-old or whatever it was, where Tim Duncan had like 28 points in the first half, or 22 or something like that in the first half of one of the playoff games, and it was like Bosh couldn't do anything. It was just like, dude, you were getting dominated by a senior citizen on one leg. That's always the comparison I make. Yo, just left the gym. Glad you're still alive. How's the grind treating you? It's good, man. Just hanging out. I'm gonna end up having to leave to go to work shortly too. I assume you're gonna be going live at some point, CP, unless you got classes or something going on today. Someone changed the name to Adrian Wojnarowski and said Drummond to Brooklyn. Had me shook. Yeah, there's a lot of fake Wojs out there. Is Bosh a Hall of Famer? Probably. But that's because a lot of people make the Hall of Fame. If Blake can consistently hit the three, guarding the Nets will be impossible. KD, Kyrie, Harden, Joe Harris, and Blake, lethal as fuck on offense. I agree. Granted, Blake is like a 33% career three-point shooter. But the big thing is Joe Harris and Blake Griffin are going to be wide open 90% of the time. Too bad you're ending soon, though. I know. I got a weird work schedule today, so got to be a responsible adult and go do all that stuff. But yeah, Joe Harris, I mean, look at how well Bruce Brown has been playing. And it's because he's open all the time. So if they have a couple guys that can cut hard, finish at the rim, and hit wide open shots, that's all they really need. What's really funny is they need a big man like Jared Allen, who they traded away for no real reason. It looks like they could have got Harden and kept Jared Allen. So I don't know. They just wanted DJ. I think keeping DJ was also part of trying to get Blake Griffin, because they used to be like best friends. I think they're still close. And apparently Blake and Kyrie are pretty close. So Just one of those things, man. Where as long as you have a guy that can do the intangible stuff, play hard defense, hit open shots. Like, whoever the fifth option on the Nets is has the easiest job in the NBA. Granted, with a lot of stress, because you still have to do those things, like play hard, play defense, hit open shots. But it's going to be tough. Not a fan of this Nets team at all. My friend claims they're going to destroy the league and they're a good defensive team. No. They have one elite defender, and that's Kevin Durant. Durant's a really good defender. Given no defense, Embiid and Giannis would average like 30 in a Nets series. Embiid is going to torture the Nets, but is he going to outscore the Nets on his own? If you're Steve Nash, who, by the way, is one of the best basketball minds in the history of basketball, are you worried that, yeah, Embiid's going to put up 50 and 20 in a series, and they're going to lose each game by 25? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that they use Blake as like a guy where it's like, hey, you're going to go in, you're going to piss off Embiid the entire series and just play super physical and tire him out. And if Blake only scores 15 points a game in that series, it's fine. And if they give up 50 a game to Embiid, that's fine, because Durant can score 35. Who's going to guard Durant? Like, are you telling me Danny Green is going to have effective minutes against the Nets? Nope. Then the Sixers need to make a meaningful move before they can have a chance against the Nets. And I hate saying that, but they just have too many guys. Simmons on KD, sure. Simmons is one of the best defensive players in the league. I still don't know if he can guard Durant, because Durant is, in my opinion, the most unguardable wing to ever play basketball. Maybe the most unguardable scorer. Tobias Harris on Harden. I don't like that matchup for Philly at all. Holding Durant to 30 would be good, but that's the thing, is that you hold Durant to 30, Kyrie can score 25. Give the Kobe shoes on Killian? Absolutely. Killian's my favorite player in the game right now. KD is the best scorer ever. I have to agree with that. He's maybe not even, if you don't want to say the best scorer, he's the most versatile scorer ever. There's nothing he can't do. He has 35-foot range. He has a post game. He can score left or right-handed. He can score on drives. He can score with his back to the basket. He can score in transition. Like, he's crazy. What's going on, Josh? Put any Hall of Fame badges on Killian? I got lucky. I bought one that had a couple, and then I threw a couple of my spare ones on him. So he's looking real nice. My Killian is a very good card. Literally about to say the exact same thing. Most versatile ever, yeah. So whether you think best or not, which personally I do, there's just no, like, he's a threat from half court and in. Like, that's it. Like, Damian Lillard is a different threat where it's like you have to pick him up at half court. Durant's the same way, except he's 6'11". Like, I would say that Damian Lillard is an offense unto himself, maybe more than any other player. But Durant is a more versatile scorer. I still think, even with saying Durant is the best and or most versatile scorer, I think you have to game plan for Lillard maybe harder, because the range he has separates himself from anyone not named Steph. And the thing that Steph does that separates him from Lillard is that Steph is one of the best off-ball offensive players to ever touch a basketball. He physically can't actually contest his jumper. Much as I hated the Golden State move, I respect his game and skill set a lot. Durant's crazy, man. He can shoot from half court, but not with the same efficiency as Lillard. Like, it's statistically proven. Lillard is the best deep three shooter in the league, including Steph, including Trey. Blake LeBron is actually one of the guys that's hit the most deep threes in the NBA, which was a weird thing to see. DBG said stop and go does nothing in a video. I find that it does, but people will listen to whatever. What's good? What's going on, Keon? CP OMG, one of my favorite streamers. CP the Doc is one of my favorite streamers as well. He's the guy that if I'm off stream and I'm doing whatever, if I'm kicking around, he's the guy that I watch. So definitely, if anyone's in here and somehow hasn't subbed to CP the Doc, I don't know what you're doing with yourselves. Durant, yeah. So it's just that Durant, just because he can shoot from half court, doesn't mean he does. And he doesn't with the same efficiency. What's going on? What's going on, Jack? I forgot, who did the Warriors trade for Durant? Technically, I think that was a sign-and trade where... Or maybe it wasn't even a sign-and trade. I forget now, to be honest. Because Harrison Barnes never went to OKC. So... D'Lo was in the trade... Oh, you mean who did... Sorry, I forgot. Are you asking who the Warriors traded to originally get Durant, or who did they get when they traded him to the Nets? You guys deserve 100K subs, man. I appreciate that. CP is gonna hit 10K by the end of the month, man. He's on a crazy rise right now. I'm excited to see what that guy can do. Last night I lost with Zan on Unlimited. That's tough. That's never fun, man. Who they traded to get Durant from OKC? I think it was just a signing, man. Because I don't remember anyone going to OKC. Hype now, 3 of my fave YouTubers are in the same chat as me. It's always fun to see someone get excited for little old us. Big community, but tight-knit? Absolutely, man. That's what I like to see, man, is a lot of the guys, like, there are some dudes who, you know, you try and raid, you try and send some people out to, and then it's like, ah, man, like, you know, I never see them kind of spreading the love around. But then there's guys like CP, where it's like, he's pulling hundreds of guys at the same time. And, wait, that sounds super bad. He has a lot of people watching his stream simultaneously. And he always raids at the end of his. Bigger goat than LBJ? I agree. I would much rather watch a CP the Doc stream than a LeBron James stream. They need to trade Green off the 76ers. Maybe they think he's like lucky. He's like a little cootie catcher thing. They get him and they just automatically make the finals or something. But let me see what we got here. You know what? We're going to show love to a guy who shows us a lot of love. He's just about to start a game in his unlimited quest to get, what's his name? Get Cedric Maxwell. So we're going to go raid Prime. He's got 89 subs, and if we can try, we got 16 people here. If we can try and get him up to the big 100, that would be amazing. So everyone go show Prime some love. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I got to get ready and go to work. But thank all you guys for hanging out. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. CP, I'm going to be checking in on your stream at work because that's how I do it. So thanks, guys, very much, and I hope everyone has a great night.